Alright, welcome to 6-5, Similar Figures Review. Now it says given LM is a mid-segment, so there's LM, our mid-segment, write a true statement of similarity. And let's see, I'm kind of thinking of two right off the bat here. If LM is a mid-segment, we know that it takes 2 times LM to equal the base that it is parallel to, or JK. So 2 times LM would equal JK. Or we could do the opposite. We could say that 1/2 of JK is equal to LM. Alright? Just some other things. We know some congruent statements. We know that LH must be congruent to JL, or that HM is congruent to MK. However, this is asking for a statement of similarity, not one of congruence. Alright? Alright guys, let's go ahead and move on to our next problem. Okay, problem 22. It says hexagon HIJKLM is not regular and has been dilated to become the hexagon on the right. So, if K prime J prime is equal to Y, so let's go ahead and put the letter Y right there, and M prime H prime is 17x, so let's put 17x, what is the value of x? Well, notice the first thing when talking about similar figures, you must find the scale factor. And we can do this by taking two sides where we know their values. So we can say, L prime M prime divided by LM would actually give us 12 divided by 3, or I'm sorry, 12 divided by 4, my apologies, 12 divided by 4, which would be a scale factor of 3. And if we have a scale factor of 3, well, since we're looking for x, we know that we're looking for MH. And what if I were to say MH is congruent to M prime H prime? Well, you'd say, mister, that's not correct. So what do we have to multiply MH by? Well, by our scale factor of 3. So we can say this. 3 times MH is 8 must be equal to M prime H prime 17x. And so once you solve for x, you will have the answer. Alright, let's move on to our next example. Okay, for problem 23, it says given HJ is 18, let's see, there is HJ is 18 inches, and HL, let's see, HL is 12, so that's that line right there, and KI is 5.3, we want to find the measure of HI. Okay. Now this one is kind of tricky. It's not as straightforward as we would like it to be. So here's what I'd say. Since we're given this part, let's call it part 3, and over here we're given this, so we'll call this part 1, but see, part 3 does not correspond to part 1. So the best thing that we can do is find something that corresponds to part 3. Let's call this part 2, and if I knew part 2, well, I could set up kind of a similarity statement based on parts rather than wholes. So let's see, what's 18 minus 12? Well, that's 6. So we could do this. We could say that part 4 over part 3 must be equal to the ratio of part 1 over part 2. And let's fill in everything. Let's call that x. So we could say x over 5.3 is equal to 12 over 6. And from here, we're going to use our butterfly method. So we have 6 times x, which is 6x, is equal to 5.3 times 12. Let me go ahead and figure out what this is. My guess is 63.6, but let's see. 12 times 5.3, yeah, it'll be 63.6. Now check this out. Whenever you find out what x is, we would say that x plus 5.3 will actually equal the whole length of IH or HI. Okay? So you need to find this by taking your x and adding it with that 5.3. Alright, let's move on to our final example. Okay, for problem 24, it says given triangle JHK is similar to triangle K, and that should say K double prime, J double prime, H double prime. And we want to find the length of JK. Let's see. So JK is 8. Found it. Alright. Well, that's it for today's lesson. And I will catch you guys Notice, guys, here there was just a typo in the problem, but I'm not going to change it. So it says find the length of JK. JK is 8. All right. There's your freebie for the day. Thank y'all so much.